There's one moment in this story people can't stop talking about. Not because it's magical, but because it's brutal. A knife, a foot, a choice. This is the moment Elvira took her fate into her own hands, literally. A moment of desperation, yes, but also her only shot at freedom. Her one chance to stop being the ugly stepsister and become one of the greatest women on earth. Stay with me, because halfway through this video, we'll break down what that moment really meant. And by the end, there's a disturbing detail that most viewers overlook. Let's dive into the infamous Elvira foot scene. It starts at the royal ball. The prince is surrounded by hopeful women, but when Agnes enters, masked, radiant in a gown whispered to be sewn by her dead mother, time seems to freeze. He abandons everyone, including Elvira, and moves straight to this glowing stranger. They dance. Elvira watches from the sidelines, her face stiff, her dream slipping. This was supposed to be her night, and she doesn't even realize who the mystery girl is, not until their eyes lock. That's when she sees it, Agnes, her stepsister, and Agnes runs. As Agnes flees, one of her shoes falls. It's golden, but not flashy. It carries weight, spirit. It was a gift from a dream, from her dead mother, a symbol of something more. The prince picks it up. Whoever owns the other half of this pair, he says, "That's my bride." This is the first curiosity loop. We'll circle back later to what the shoe really represents beyond just royalty. But right now, for Elvira, it's everything. Back home, Elvira is unhinged. She storms through the house, screaming, accusing, ripping through rooms. She finds the second shoe. It's in her hands. Destiny, escape, legacy. She slips it on, but it doesn't fit. Her foot is too large. And this is the turning point. Elvira doesn't see this as a size issue. She sees it as a flaw in her design. Something broken in her that needs correction. So she grabs a knife, she cuts off her toes, one by one, screaming, writhing, until she collapses from the pain. Her mother hears the noise and rushes in, leaving behind the man she was sleeping with. The man takes one look at Elvira's bleeding, mutilated foot and faints. But the worst part, she cut the wrong foot. Before we get to what happens next, let me ask you something. If you believed one single moment could change your entire life, would you hurt yourself to get it? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every one. And if you're drawn to scenes that go deeper than just blood or drama, hit that subscribe button. We unpack moments that stick, not because they shock you, but because they say something real. Elvira is barely conscious. Her mother, cold and focused, takes the knife and cuts off the toes from the other foot. Now both feet are destroyed. But still, the shoe doesn't fit. This is where we return to the symbolism of the shoe. It was never about size. It was never about status. It was about identity. The shoe wasn't a ticket. It was a mirror. And no matter how hard Elvira tried, she was never meant to wear someone else's destiny. Morning comes. Elvira dreams of the prince choosing her, her name being announced, her life finally mattering. She wakes up to the prince's voice downstairs. He's here. She drags herself from bed, crawling, bloodied, no toes, no balance, just a desperate will to be seen. She rolls down the stairs, still believing, still smiling through the agony. He sees her and walks right past, straight to Agnes. Elvira didn't just lose her toes, she lost the last thread of her sense of self. Her sacrifice didn't earn her love. It didn't win her power. It didn't even buy her pity. Because sacrifice without truth is just self-harm. And here's the final curiosity loop payoff. The man her mother was with, he wasn't a nobody. Later scenes hint he was connected to Agnes's father's death, meaning Elvira's spiral wasn't just about a shoe. It was about betrayal, inheritance, and a legacy built on silence. The ugly stepsister foot scene isn't just disturbing, it's tragic. It's about a girl who was so convinced she was worthless, she believed she had to destroy herself to matter. And that idea, that pain is the price for love, is the real horror. If this breakdown made you rethink the story, send it to someone who's into dark fairy tales and layered characters. And let me know in the comments, did Elvira deserve a second chance? I'll be there, replying.